Pro tip, everybody, do not, and I repeat, do not mess with her. Just saying. So Abigail is a new horror comedy directed by, well, Radio Silence. In the film, we follow a group of criminals that kidnap the ballerina daughter of somebody in the world that happens to be very, very powerful. They take this daughter, this little girl, to an isolated mansion, but these criminals soon discover that not only they are locked in this mansion, but at the same time, this little girl is no ordinary little girl. Alrighty guys, so let's get into Abigail.
Excellent!
This was a movie that, before the title was revealed, the only thing that I knew about this movie was that it was going to be a Universal Monsters movie, like a remake of one of those movies, but from the guys of Radio Silence, you know, the ones who did the first VHS film, The Last Segment, not to mention as well, Ready or Not, the latest Scream films. Seriously, Radio Silence making a Universal Monsters movie. That sounds like it could be just a hell of a good time at the movie theater. The only thing that I wanted this movie was just a bloody, bonkers good time. And holy crap, all of the performances here are really, really entertaining performances. But of course, there are three standouts here. Just to be completely clear with you all, even though I say, at least in my opinion, there were three standouts, the other performances were really, really good. Kevin Durant, who is mentioned as the muscle of the group, Catherine Newton as the hacker of the group, also so I mentioned R.I.P. to Angus Cloud. I mean, his performance here I thought was also really, really good. Not to mention as well, Giancarlo Esposito, you know, Gus. Gotta give mention to my boy Dan Stevens. Dan Stevens in this movie eats up so much scenery. Big fan of Dan Stevens. I've been following him since The Guest, and I have been rooting for this guy to get even bigger and bigger in terms of stardom. He has so many moments that had me laughing hysterically. I love Dan Stevens. Also, Melissa Barrera, I thought was such a badass in this film, and I really, really liked the back and forth banter between her and Alicia Weir's Abigail, the witch. I'll get onto her momentarily. From Scream to here, she's definitely going to become a new Scream queen, or as if she isn't already at this point, seriously. Melissa Barrera is such a badass in this movie, and she is the one, besides Abigail in a certain way, that you do connect with the most due to what is going on with her character in the film. The scene stealer, the showstopper in this movie, and the absolute rockstar in this movie is Alicia Weir as Abigail. If Abigail does not make this girl a huge star, I mean, especially in her future career, I do not know what will. Not only does Alicia Weir nail being absolutely terrifying, she nails the funny bits, and she nails between she needs to be over the top bonkers, especially when the sequences when she is dancing ballerina, when she is just playing with her prey, like they're, oh my god. You can just tell that Alicia Weir is having an absolute blast in that film, and that energy that she carries throughout the film definitely seeps into the viewing experience, because man, I was smiling, I was laughing, I was having a great time watching her doing her thing. Radio Silence' directing is full of so much style, so much energy, and so much just bonkers fun throughout the entire film. You can tell that Radio Silence is having the time of their life, not only making just a fun vampire movie, but an overall a fun Universal Monsters film. I literally just met them a couple of days ago, and which, by the way, Matt and Tyler had a great time talking with you guys. They're such chill and cool dudes, and I hope I get to talk to you both soon. Abigail has such a great balance of having great bonkers moments, hilarious laugh out loud moments, with some generally great drama that has a really good heart to it. The movie knows when to take itself seriously, and it knows when to go in for a great gut-busting laugh, especially with the blood gags in this movie. And speaking of which, this movie is fucking bloody. Oh my god. There were so many times in this movie where something would happen and I would just went like this. Holy shit. Abigail is such bloody and bonkers fun, and this is a movie, guys, where I had to smile throughout the entire film, especially given to the practical and the prosthetic effects. The practical effects and the prosthetic effects. Holy shit! There was a particular moment in this movie where I was like this out loud. This movie has balls. I respect that. Couldn't give this movie enough credit for just absolutely going for it. Is this movie scary or even suspenseful at times? Yeah! Abigail has such great scenes, not only tension, but it builds and builds great suspense. One of my favorite sequences in this movie involves Abigail, well, Alicia Roy, should I say, and Catherine Newton. How the scene was blocked and shot, I thought was brilliant. As a massive Dracula fan, the opening scene gave me such goosebumps, and it put the biggest smile on my face.
Well, that's just fucking great!
There's only one thing that I can think of in terms of my issues, and that is this. I can't deny that there were a couple of moments in this movie that were quite predictable.
And here we go.
So overall, Abigail is a bonkers, bloody blast. It's a wild and entertaining ride with great performances from its cast, especially from Dan Stevens, Melissa Barrett, and Alicia Weir. As a Dracula fan, the opening put a massive smile on my face. All in all, I'm gonna give Abigail a 4.5 out of 5. If you're looking for a bonkers, bloody good time at the movies, most definitely go see Abigail. It is such a wild ride, and especially go with a packed audience. It is a hell of a ride. So comment down below and let me know. Have you guys seen Abigail? Are you looking forward to Abigail? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I'm also on Twitch. So if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links and the usernames are in the description below. I hope you enjoyed my review of Abigail. If so, please hit that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell for my latest video goes live. If you guys want to see my previous 2 videos, please click it right there or right there. And of course, anytime my next review or video goes live, I will see you all next time.